guys, so I just had like the weirdest idea, but I'm gonna go for it. So I just started watching the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon whenever he came to Puerto Rico, which was last week. He was here, I think Friday, Saturday, half a day on Sunday. Yeah, he was here Sunday too. I think he flew out Sunday night because I was kind of like following where he was at on Instagram, and I was never close to where he was, unfortunately, because I wanted to like find him and be a part of it because that would have been so much fun. But I wanted to make sure that I saw the show because it's so exciting that he's bringing so much attention to Puerto Rico. I think that's so incredible. There are amazing people here and an amazing culture, and it's definitely worth being celebrated. So I'm really excited that he did this. So basically I'm going to film myself watching the show and basically just giving like my tidbits of like where I've been, what I think about it, stuff like that, because a lot of the things I've watched just a little bit so far, and like I've already been to some of those places, so I can give you coordinations on where that is and all that stuff. So let's see how this goes.
This political status has been a matter of public debate ever since.
Okay,
No, its chief exports include rum and electronics and pharmaceuticals and chemicals and medical equipment.
Rum, when you are here, you can go to the Bacardi Factory, and that is where they make a large amount of the rum, Bacardi rum, that gets shipped everywhere. They have a few tours that you can go on there. We did a like rum tasting class, and it was super cool.
And of course, canned tuna. Other than that, I don't know much about Puerto Rico. Why?
Hamilton's playing in Puerto Rico, and we got tickets. Wanna come?
Wepa!
From the beautiful island of Puerto Rico, it's the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
That building right there is an old San Juan. It's part of the Castillo San Felipe del Morro, which is like on the very corner of Puerto Rico's border. It's like the fortress that the Spanish built. So that's what that is, and a lot of those scenes right before were all San Juan. This street right here, I will coordinate, or I will put the coordinates down below, but it's Old San Juan. We have pictures right in front of that. We've been on that street.
The people, Puerto Rico is thriving and it's open for business. And what better way to show it than lin-manuel taking his whole team on the road and bringing Hamilton to Puerto Rico for the very first time. They're supporting the arts, they're raising money for the island, and they're celebrating all the amazing things Puerto Rico has to offer. When we heard that Lin was doing that, we were like, we're coming now too, and we're ready to party. So now we're here. We're in San Juan, we're outside the Hamilton Theater. I was gonna go watch the show, but then I thought to myself, why just watch Hamilton when I can actually be in Hamilton?
So the whole Hamilton show, my friend told me about in November, and when the tickets released, they all sold out like super quick. But to Puerto Rican residents, they have a lottery, so I've been putting into the lottery the past 3 days, and I haven't got picked yet. I've heard it is an amazing play, and I really want to go to it, especially since it's here, and it's just a really awesome thing, because this is like the whole reason why there's so much attention to Puerto Rico right now, which is incredible.
Oh, San Juan. I feel at home here, man. Is that why you wear those glasses? Yeah. Everyone wears these glasses.
Nobody wears those glasses.
He's wearing those glasses. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yo. Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny. How you doing, buddy? Hey, come on. What are you doing in Puerto Rico? You're party, man. Vamos a romper.
Yes, if you didn't know, Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico, and the street that they're on, let me tell you what street they are on. They are on Calle de Tetuan, 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 And you'll see whenever they film just a little bit more, you'll see a pink building, and that's Senor Poeta, which I love. It's a popsicle store, and I'll like pop a picture of me there and within the video or something like that. So they're gonna go from Calais de Tétouan to Calais Fortaleza, and that street is where you'll see all the umbrellas. So that pink building right there is Senor Poeta. So the little dance mob with Bad Bunny, I really wonder how many takes it took for them to do that.
The first thing you did was made like an all-star, like We Are the World song.
Yeah. Well, I was on vacation when it hit, and so I had sort of time on my hands, and I had this terrible silence, and I fill silence with music. That's what I know how to do. And so I started writing a song, and I just thought, well, what can we all get behind? Like, what is the lyric? And so the lyric is literally the names of all of the 78 towns in Puerto Rico, and sort of putting that together. And then I just called like all the Latino all-stars. I called the people I did know. I literally tweeted at the people I didn't know. It was really extraordinary. Everyone wanted to help, and everyone wanted to do something.
So I was not here for the hurricane, but obviously like the hurricane is why we are here. From the people that I've met personally, and like my neighbors, and the house that we are in, thankfully there was not a whole lot of damage, but I know my neighbors were out for like 30 days without water and electricity. When moving here, obviously that was a threat, and I've been really blessed to not have to go through any while being here. But the fact that it was such a devastating storm. I also remember when I was in Oklahoma when the storm happened, like I didn't understand the devastation of it until I got here. And while it looks okay in most areas, I mean, there's buildings that will never be rebuilt. The East Coast, like there's just so many trees down, huge like windmills, like the huge windmill with the 3 legs on it. Literally those are like snapped in half like they're toothpicks. Like it's crazy how strong the storm was to do that. The other thing that people probably don't really think of is like the plants. So like avocado trees haven't been blooming since then because of the devastation to the roots, because they have such a short root system. So some of those things that you don't even think about of like it affecting their agriculture, it definitely had an effect. And I'm sure some people lost tons of trees and stuff like that, which could be their livelihood, which is really sad. So basically I'm just like so impressed with them coming here because it brings so much awareness to the rebuilding of the island, which is incredible.
When you come to Puerto Rico, you know, we're trying to promote tourism and people coming and visiting our island, not just sort of going to the hotels, you'll stay in wonderful hotels, but then also finding that local business that means something to you and supporting them while they're here, because they make Puerto Rico great.
So I love that he said that, because I think it is so important whenever you go on vacation, and especially like in Puerto Rico, wherever you go, honestly, there's such an amazing restaurant so close. If you're in Condado, you can see my recent video that's basically just talking about like my favorite places that are like more local to Puerto Rico. And if you're in Condado, you can also just go over to Old San Juan. There's amazing local restaurants, even though you're on vacation, but you can still support other businesses and local people, and see new things.
I'm here in beautiful Puerto Rico at Oro Verde, and I'm about to ride the Monster. It's one of the longest zip lines in the world.
I have not been to Toro Verde yet, but it is for sure on the list. I think you go up to like fast, like 70, 80 miles an hour, which seems crazy. I have done 2 other zipline services in El Yunque. So I've ziplined here before, I just haven't done the Monster yet. It's located more central Puerto Rico. It's in the town or close to Orocovis, which is very central in the island. Basically, you go to in between Dorado and Manatee and then go down, and that's around where it is.
All that?
already. Have fun.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome, He's counting down.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
It actually does look kind of scary, but because you're laying down. But they're going so fast. If you're staying around Old San Juan, it's gonna take about an hour and 15 minutes to get to Toro Verde. So either rent a car or taxi, maybe an Uber. I don't really know how long or like what restrictions they have on how far they'll take you, but I would think that it's mountainous, so you gotta make sure you have like a car that can handle the mountains. But it sounds like a really amazing place to go, so I will link that below.
Puerto Rico! I'm here with world-renowned chef and best-selling author Jose Andres. We are in Piñones right now at El Rinconcito Latino. Not bad?
The area that he just talked about, Piñones, however you say that, is actually near a beach that I really love. It's called Avianas Beach. We do surf lessons there, or we have done surf lessons there, and Peyton has, not I. And there is literally just like tons of kiosks, which is like the little like huts of Puerto Rican food restaurants. I think at night, like in the weekends, it is a very busy place. But Piñones, I can't speak. But that area is about 30 minutes from Old San Juan. So again, take a taxi or Uber. I'm sure the Uber would be a lot easier on that stretch. Basically, you're just going east from Old San Juan, passing the airport, and then continuing down. So I'm sure you can find amazing beach and really great food in that area. As you can see, Puerto Rican food is basically fried, fried with some sort of meat variation in it, and all kinds of forms of fried shapes. So they're really good, but that's just something to prepare for.
When the Hurricane Maria happened, the first thing I did was on the first plane I came. A group of friends, the best chefs in the island, legends, Jose Enrique, Santa Ella, Willow, amazing chefs. They all came together, we opened a kitchen, and we began feeding anybody that requested a plate of food. We went from one kitchen to 26, from 1,000 meals the first day to 150,000 meals a day.
Kitchens.
From 20 friends the first day to more than 25,000 volunteers. At the end, we did almost 4 million meals.
This guy's story is actually really cool, and I've never heard of it. But what an amazing thing that he did for the people here. I love that. Okay, so I just got done watching it. Obviously, all the footage that I just showed is from The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. That's not my footage, that's his. And when I heard that he was here, honestly, I was so excited because it seems like there's not that many people that know of like what an amazing place Puerto Rico is and what it can offer you for vacation or culture or arts. You know, there's just so much stuff here and so much variety. So I feel like that's kind of what I have been trying to show with my videos. She wants to turn around. So I absolutely love that he came here and did this. I think that is like incredible from someone who is currently living here. I'm not Puerto Rican. I don't speak Spanish. I have not been here very long, but honestly, like, I feel like I'm an advocate for the island just because I love it so much. People need to come here. So what I've also taken away is that I want to make sure to support the local businesses more here. It's very, very easy to go to P.F. Chang's or Cheesecake Factory, and while I'm still helping people who work there, you know, like they have jobs, you know, but maybe driving just an extra like 5-10 minutes and getting to Old San Juan to support those businesses down there, because I know one restaurant that moved from down there to where I live, like 20 minutes away, just because they thought it might the business might do better here. So it makes me sad that they were there for like 40 years and then they had to leave because there just wasn't as much opportunity there. So really support the businesses that are down there, and if you're here for vacation, leave your hotel and explore and really just engulf yourself into the environment here. That's what I'm really going to try to do when I go to more places on vacation, is just like take in and soak up other people's environments. It made me tear up just a little bit a few times because it's so cool to see that people are pouring into rebuilding this place. And while it's amazing, I'm sure it was even more amazing before the hurricane. And just seeing the people support all of the locals here and their businesses and wanting to get revenue and business back here in Puerto Rico. It is open for business. There's so many things to do, and if you want a sneak peek at some of those things, just check out my other videos, and I hopefully will be continuing to post more videos about Puerto Rico. But hopefully I will be going to Hamilton. I did hear that Obama came to see the show, and I did hear that President Clinton came to see the show. So like, it's just cool to think of like all these people from Congress and our past presidents coming to support this place. So really cool. It's been an exciting weekend for us following where everybody has been. I hope a lot of you have been inspired to come to Puerto Rico because it is an amazing place. I will see you guys in my next video, and hopefully you enjoyed this little like review of me telling you where Jimmy was and what he was doing, and just giving you my perspective of watching it for the first time. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Be sure to subscribe and follow along for more Puerto Rico videos.